Hello YouTube, it is Dimitri. Um, Making a video. It's been a while, but this one is going to be about how I finally got my name and gender marker changed. I said that I was going to make one when I officially did it, so this is my video. My dogs are chasing something in the background, so I'm sorry for the noise. Um, anyway, I got my name and gender changed maybe like a month or two ago, so I'm a little late. Um, Sorry about that, if anyone watching. But what I did was originally I was going to go with a lawyer who was going to charge me $700, and I was totally up for it because it's super important for me to get my name and gender changed. Instead, I was able to get it done with this workshop out of my area, which is I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and basically it was called the Gender Affirmation Project, which is led by law students from Austin, Texas, that came to San Antonio, did a workshop, and a bunch of people were there and they were able to get their name and gender changed thanks to these awesome people who made it possible. So, shout out to them. Um, I went, they called me up, they took all my information, they got my name, what I wanted my name to be, my dead name, my old gender, what I wanted my new gender to be, and they got all my financial information because they were going to help me do it pro bono, which is super awesome because, I mean, it's free compared to the $700 I was willing to pay. I was able to get it for free, so they helped me out with that. Super awesome people. Basically, it was a super fast process, and then I was able to schedule time off with my work, and I went up to Austin, Texas, which was just an hour and a half drive for me. And I originally wanted to get it done in San Antonio courthouse, but they told me that I guess San Antonio is not as willing to help as Austin would be, which I was pretty surprised at because San Antonio is a pretty diverse city. But they said people have been denied or given problems trying to do their name and gender change in San Antonio, so kind of sucks. But still an awesome city. But so I went up to Austin. They were super friendly, super nice. County clerk was super willing to help me. Basically, gave her the paperwork that I had gotten from the Gender Affirmation Project people, and she led me to a room where they started putting everything down on the system, changing it, and I just needed to get the signature and basically the stamp of approval from a judge. And for me, it took about 4 hours because the judge wasn't available right away. I guess he was in a meeting or something. He took a while to come back, and unfortunately, he was the only one there. So I had to wait on him, but he apologized for the wait. He was super nice. He immediately signed it off, said, "Congratulations, you're Dimitri." And super excited. My wife was there with me, taking pictures and recording. She was being my cheerleader. And there's a lot of flies. I'm outside, sorry. And basically, it got done. Gave the paperwork that the judge signed back to the county clerk, and she put it all on the system. The only thing I had to pay for was they recommended I get 3 to 5 copies that of a form saying I got my name and gender marker changed, and she had to, it's called a notarized form. She had to stamp it right then and there. She said I could not make copies of it, I couldn't fax it, that when I needed to get my documents changed, such as my license and stuff, they were probably going to ask for the official notarized form. I don't know why they won't take copies. um, I don't know, I guess it's a legal thing. But the first thing she told me to do was get my driver's license changed. So the first thing I did, I wasn't able to do it the same day, obviously, because totally different city, and it took a while. So I got another time day off for work, and I went straight to the driver's license like at 6 a.m. I wanted to get as much done in that day as I could. So I went to the driver's license, told them I was there to get my name and gender marker changed, and they were super nice about it there too. I didn't have any problems. I gave them my old license, and I gave them the notarized copy. They kept the notarized copy for their records. And I paid about $10 to $15 just to get the new license. So my license officially says my name and my new gender. So I mean, I have an official license, and I'm super excited about it. Still excited, even though it's been times past. And the next thing I did was I left the driver's license office and I went to the Social Security Administration. And for that one, I took a notarized copy, my new license. I had a paper copy of my license, and I took my birth certificate just in case. Still had my dead name, but I mean, so that they could make sure that it was in fact me. So basically, I don't know, my dogs are barking, but basically, I went. They gave me no problems at all. They looked at the notarized form. They put it in their system, and they gave me the form back, which was super awesome. So now I still have four forms for my. I don't know what my dogs are doing. I'm pretty sure it's the mailman or something. But I got a temporary paper copy of my Social Security as well with my new name, and I was told by both license and Social Security as I could expect my hard copies in the mail 2 to 3 weeks from then, and I did. I got them. So I would show you, but I don't want you to have my personal information, obviously. So super excited. The next thing on my to-do list is my birth certificate. That one is a little more of a hassle, in my opinion. They did not want me to go in person. I called the Vitals and Statistics office at my local courthouse, and they said for that, the paperwork for me was actually online. I could print it out, fill it out, and then I needed to mail it back in with payment, which was, I believe, was $60. Or actually, it was however much money I want to get. I have to pay for the copies of my birth certificates. So they recommended I get the official birth certificate copies and not the little tiny ones that are like wallet sized. So it's going to be payment for however much that is, however many I decide to get. And they said that was going to be a 3 to 6 month process to do the birth certificate. I haven't gotten around to it. I need to. Why it takes so long? They said it's going to go to corporate in Austin, Texas, and then basically they have to sign it off into like the federal system that, obviously I'm getting my name and gender changed. So I need to start that process pretty soon. The one thing that I asked about, also that bummed me out also with my local courthouse, is my marriage certificate. When I got my marriage certificate done, I had my dead name when I married my wife, and they said they couldn't change my name on my marriage certificate. I don't know why. I called multiple courthouses that I was willing to drive through. They all said the same thing. I wanted to triple double make sure, basically. They said I could give them a copy of the notarized form, and they could attach it into the system so that it was aware, which kind of bums me out because I really wish, my marriage certificate said my name, my preferred name. So what I'm thinking of doing, it's me and my wife discussed it, and the courthouse said I could also do it, is I could temporarily get divorced and then get married again, remarry my wife. So we talked about it. We think we're gonna end up doing that because when we first got married, we didn't get to celebrate or do anything. We just did it at the courthouse, and we had to go straight into work that same day. So but that's our preference. But of course, whatever anyone else decides to do, it's their preference. So I don't know if that was detailed at all, or if I summarized it up. I didn't really want to make a long video. It's already kind of long. So yeah, that is what I did to get my name and gender changed. Super happy about it. I also did call a couple of, my bank institutions for my car and, get that changed, and they wanted me to mail in proof also. Some places were super willing to do it, like my car insurance. They didn't give me any problems at all. They were super cool about it, and they just took my word on it, and they changed my name. But that's my car insurance. It could be different for other people. I decided not to change my name for other things like credit cards and stuff because it was a really big process. everyone wants me to send in mail, and I didn't get enough notarized copies for that. Um, they want me to make copies of my new driver's license and whatnot, and my old driver's license, and the notarized copy, send it in. But I'm thinking, since I'm just going to end up paying those off and they're basically going to disappear but still be in my history, that I'm just going to go ahead and do that. The main things I want to change are obviously like my truck, or my car, sorry, whatever. Oh, it's a truck. But because when I finish paying it off, I want the title to be under my name, not my dead name. Um, Stuff I'm still using, like my car insurance, my phone bill, stuff like that that is important to me is what I'm going to get changed. Other things that I feel can just keep going, um, they told me it wasn't going to be a problem if I left my name that way. That as long as I have, you know, my notarized form and my license, that it shouldn't be a problem. Just continue making payments as I usually do. So I decided for me that's what I'm going to continue doing. Just the main stuff that I wanted to get done. There's still some things I need to get changed that I haven't done. But for the most part, I got it. I got my new debit card with my bank, like I said, stuff that I'm going to keep. So that is what I did for my name and gender change. That's my process. There's so many flies. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching. Uh, if you are watching. And that's it. I don't know when I'll make another video again because I obviously can't seem to stay on track. So, bye YouTube.